Well, g'day again YouTube. Well, this is the final part of the homemade 1971 trailer refurb. A lot's happened since the last instalment, inclusive of the new 15-inch Sunraiser mags with all-terrain tyres, the Bridgestone, and they're 225 75 15, and they got plenty of clearance between the chassis and the actual tyre themselves. So I originally had a 205 65 15 tyre off a Magna, or a Mitsubishi Magna, which is the same as what is on Mum's Camry at the moment, which is those ones. And unfortunately, those ones, even though they're a narrower tyre, the offset is different, which meant they're right up against the chassis. So I got the different offset, so these ones have the deeper dish on them, so that way they clear the frame even with a wider tyre. And as per the Australian design regulations, it's got a reflector in the middle on either side, on the outside, midway down, and clear ones on the front at the widest point. What I also had to do is it went down for its roadworthy certificate, but failed on the, once my camera focuses, failed on the reflectors and the suspension component, because this front of this left rim was a bit wobbly. Turned out to be a wheel bearing, so it ended up with a brand spanking new set of wheel bearings, inner and outer, on both sides. And unfortunately it's got standard Holden hubs on it, so I got the Holden kits to put onto it. And there's only two types, being Holden and Ford hubs on trailers, so I just got the standard Holden standard grade bearings for it, as there's the standard general duty type or the marine duty type for like boat trailers, etc. There's only like $2 difference in the price per set, so I just got the standard kit from Super Cheap Auto, which were $33 a pack. So for those two, it was $66. And once I got those two items done, and the actual weighbridge certificate, just to make sure of the weight, so it's the actual description, the VIN number, location, unregistered name, and the actual weight of 0.24 tonne, which is 240 kilo. Got that, which the council arse rapes you on, because just for that printout, well, that certificate, it's $55, compared to when I had that weighed back in 2010 in the Blue Mountain City Council. It was only $10, compared to Port Macquarie Hastings Council, which is $55. So got all that done, took it back down for a second inspection, and lo and behold, got the certificate stating a pass. So the date is 6th of the 2nd 2016. It passed at Mid Coast Mobile Mechanics, which is the only place locally that does blue slips, and they pretty much checked it, passed it, so it means I can now go get it registered. As for the old tyres, those are the old 14-inch rims with 185 60. Oh, hang on, what are they? 185 R14. So they're a 185 100 R14, and they're a light truck tyre with that sort of pattern, which you can no longer get in a 14-inch. The minimum they keep readily on the shelf is a 15-inch, so which is why I ditched those ones from the which I ditched those rims from the 1970s, because they offer 1970s Holden Kingswood. So that's why I ditched those in favour of the Sunraisers. So I ended up getting a set of 4. So I got these 2 spare with good tyres. This one here will be going on as the spare because it has matching tread, and that one is just a different tread. So this front one's going on the front as a spare to match the 2 that are on the trailer already. So on Monday morning, because it's currently Saturday, so Monday morning I will be going down to Service New South Wales, which does registrations and everything else here in Port Macquarie, and I'll be paying the $52 rego fee and the $40 for the number plate and re-registering the trailer for the first time since November 2013. So it is now up to scratch, and it's been fully rebuilt, and it meets all the current ADR Australian design regulations and the New South Wales registration regulations. So as it sits at the moment, so as you see here is how it sits at the moment, meets all the Australian design regulations and New South Wales registration details, so it is right to go, ready to be registered.